Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Well, there goes my hook, I guess. It's escaping my 4.5. Ready to go with my brand new scissors. Look at these bad boys. Nice, nice, sharp. Put those to the side. And we're getting close to the end of the sleeve. I'm only doing this one on here because I'm trying to finish these up before my weekend is done. So then it's just a matter of getting the ends glued down and in and all that good stuff over the week, so then I could possibly fly it all together, throw it all out, do it all up next weekend. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Being that when this video comes out, it will be pretty much next weekend. We'll see how I have done over the week. And if I have any time to do some little updates and whatnot, I will start recording little bits and pieces to add in when I think of things, to update things in the week, and I think this is the best way I'm going to be handling my channel. Anyways, glad you're here today, and we're going to get some crochet done. So excited. Let's get going. I got a bunch of texts. Now I don't know what I was talking about, so that's fun. Trying to coordinate something I forgot to get at the Dollarama, and just sent my son over there, and he's unable to find what I was looking for, but now he found it. I don't know. I'm trying to crochet at the same time and live my life the way I want to on the last bit of my day off, which is wonderful. It's been a long weekend, and yeah. No complaining here. I do really like my schedule dry erase board. It looks like a really fancy picture in a frame. I was really impressed with the style of it. So I quite like the way that's gonna help out with keeping the family organized, I hope. And yeah, we're gonna go from there. One more set of red after this. This is my second last row of red. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they go so quick. So now just one more round of getting through the colors. So next is orange. Do not forget the orange. And we have orange. And we're going to take orange out of the middle. See, like, look how big this is. This is almost like I have made a front and a back and 2 arms using this yarn. And I still have this much left. This is quite a bit to have left. Yeah, I may have to make her some accessories with this rainbow, but it's hard to say because I know the bright yellow is a small ball. So there's not the same amount of that. This red. So some of these colors I have a lot left, and some of them I do not. The green, quite a bit. But a couple of them, not so much. You know what? That's a-okay. As long as I can get through this sweater, the rest will come out later for something else. Probably something scrap-tastic, but that's fine. 2, 3, 4. I do enjoy a good scrap project. I have been thinking about a scrap, yarn scrap blanket. I've seen quite a few. I've grown up with quite a few. And I kind of love them. They have such a homey, sort of wild, chaotic beauty to them, I guess. Yeah, that's how I want to say it. Wild, chaotic beauty. Because, I mean, if it scraps, you're not going to be guaranteed to have enough to do a crazy pattern, but you can definitely have some fun with them, that's for sure. And moving really fast because the caffeine is in my soul. Good song, right? Good song. No complaints here. There we are. Okay. And going through. Making this happen is working out beautifully. I absolutely love this little design. I am so glad she asked for this. This has been an adventure, but a beautiful adventure. I'm having fun with looking at the colors, trying out a new yarn, using a hook I don't normally reach for. I don't normally do things with a 4.5, and I am so glad that I am. I love this hook. It is, oh, this one has such a good feel to it. To be fair, it feels like the other ones, but that's okay. I really like how it's working out. I use a 4 a lot. I use a 3.5. Those seem to be my two go-tos that I go with. And everybody else around is sort of if I get around to using them. So the rest of the set is there because I may use it at some point, but not as much as I'm going to use my 3.5, which is why I bought a second 3.5, because I know myself and my desire of thin, beautiful, cottony yarns. I will be definitely taking those places because they do take a long time to get through, and that I understand and fully embrace and look forward to, only because I know it's worth the trouble. Absolutely worth the trouble, so to speak. No trouble at all, to be honest. And give it one of those. Nice little chain one in between, and then we're going to get into my golden yellow and then my bright yellow. And we're going to get this done probably, hopefully, by the time I go to bed tonight. This will be finished the last few rows. And then it's a matter of weaving in my ends, which will take me a little bit of time, but I can take that to work. I can take that on the bus, weave in some ends. And then I'm going to get more of the fabric glue and glue them on, because I am done with them coming out. I'm going to do that to all my sweaters, I think. This will be the first one I've tried that way. I'm pretty sure the glue doesn't wash off, which would be fabulous, and then I can, with confidence, know that my ends are going to stay where I put them. I'm not going to leave them where they're going to scratch or anything like that. I am going to make sure they are tucked very nicely. And just like the tip here, glue. Just put a tiny bit of glue so it stays and can't pull itself out. So it can wash, it can be worn, it can be rubbed, it can be jumped in, it can be all the good stuff, but hopefully will stay where it's supposed to, because I need to figure out a way to get that to stay, because that is the one thing that I seem to struggle with the most when I'm making wearables, is having loose ends come out eventually. And I'm sure other people are too, but it drives me absolutely batty. So, gotta make it stop. Anyhow, I'm nearing the end of this row, and I got other chores to do today. So, thank you for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Box. And I will see you again very, very soon. And look, Ma, I got the orange. Have a great day. Bye. So this is video number 4 of the day. And that's probably how I'm going to be doing these from now on. And, well, I have been trying to do it like this a little bit more often, because I find it's a lot easier to fit in my schedule. And I'm able to make better videos, I think, anyway. Trying to do them every day, my brain just does not work. And some days I don't feel like talking. So, lucky for us, I had a Monster iced tea. And I am feeling very, very good. And have lots more to do after this. But I will be getting these all finished. So that is one thing off my massive to-do list. Well, to be fair, I got a lot of the stuff I wanted done this weekend done. I got some bins for sorting. I got this, got that. Cleaned out a cupboard I needed to clean out. That was full of food that was way past its prime. Sorry about that. I hate that, but it is what it is. And then the little bugs that enjoy eating flour got into that, my excess flour that I had saved for cooking, and so all of that had to go, and a lot of vacuuming, a lot of polishing, but it looks brand new, and I got containers for that area, so I should hopefully be able to avoid this happening again. Hopefully. And by hopefully, I mean I'm going to be looking in there a lot more often, and not taking for granted that everyone knows that's where I keep the spare flour, not in the flour thing on the top, because it is too much for a full bag to go in there. You know what I'm saying. You know those like glass ones that sit on your counter? Yeah, you can't put a whole bag of flour in there. That's not happening. Not at all. And getting that through, and look at that granny. And I love this pink. I love this yarn. This is Knit Picks Brava Sport. Love it. It's got a beautiful weight. It's got a great cush. It is soft as can be. And the colors are absolutely stunning. Well done. Well done, Knit Picks. I really, 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 really like this product. I will definitely be looking at buying some of this sometime, I hope, soon. Hard to say, though, because, you know, shipping over the border has become very complicated, and I'm just kind of wanting to just enjoy my life and not have to have headaches just because I want a pretty yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I am glad I got to try it out. I really like it. So hopefully I'll find a way to get it for myself here in the good old Canada up north. There we go, right through. And now I need to find my red. My red is a tiny ball, because this is all I have left of the red, which is fine, because I only have 2 rows left. I can't complain. I was starting to worry that maybe I wouldn't have enough, but now I'm just like, you know what? I have enough. I have more than enough to make this little sweater for my tiny human. So that makes me very, very happy, especially considering it is cost me about 12 or 14 for this yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, and just a bit of my time and a lot of my effort and my brain. But when it's done, it's going to be, I think this one's going to be one of my more favorite projects. It's going to be like Big Sister's neon colored and gray pullover. They are both pretty similar in style, but I made the colors a little different. Big Sister got more of the neon from Retro Stripe. Red Heart's Retro Stripe, of course. Let me clarify that. Oh, see? Didn't even pull, tear, nothing. Just a simple, boom, cut. That's my kind of scissors. So I'm going to leave 1 pair here on my yarn bowl that I keep beside my bed with my finest projects. I got 2 in there right now. I've got the sparkle cardigan and my dress are both living in there. And I'm just going to leave a pair of scissors at the bottom. So when I need them, I have them. Because I find I start to work on a project and I don't take this out of my work bag because I forget to put it back in. It's just a whole thing. I have a whole set of stuff that I take to work, and then I have my at-home stuff. And I only had 1 pair of scissors that I'm sporting back and forth right now. And all my other scissors are slightly dull. They're great for cutting paper, so I've been handing them to the kids, but they're not doing very well for my fibers. And they're just kind of tearing them. My orange ones on my last cut a quarter of the way through and then ripped the rest of the yarn and pulled it, and it was just, oh, it was a mess. I saw them on sale today and I was like, yeah, you know what? You need to do this because you are wrecking your fine materials to make what you want to make. So we gotta have the proper tools, and the tools have to be in good working order. Don't be a cheapskate. They're only $2.75 each, and they will probably last you a good 2 or 3 years. So for $3, $1 a year, just don't, because these yarns cost so much, and I'm trying to do a great job with them. And I think if you did a tear like that and it ends up tearing and pulling the threads apart, it's going to end up coming down the line. It's going to go throughout the whole piece. It'll end up causing a bit of a rupture and just going to keep going that way, and that's not okay. You can tell the caffeine has hit because I'm a little chatterbox right now, but that's okay. This comes in handy at work too when the caffeine finally kicks in. It's usually when it becomes super busy. But I got a bath to do next for a small person. And while that small person's having a bath, I'm cleaning the rest of the bathroom. I don't have to stay in there with her anymore. She's big enough and secure enough not to need me in there the whole time, which is great. It gives me a little more room to get things done. I have 1 load of laundry to fold up, 2 if you count the one in the dryer, but that's actually just my work pants and a couple little blankets for the beds. And yeah, my major vacuuming got done yesterday. The dusting's going to get done on another day. Well, some of the smaller dusting. The high up dusting, I got a very nice pad, a big one, to do the walls up high because it's the end of summer and I always like to give the walls a good cleaning, as well as the fan in the living room because that tends to get really gummed up over the summer. So these are my long-term goals, and I want to start decorating for Halloween. So I want to start getting the Halloween boxes replaced. Right now I have 3 tubs to work with, so that is definitely on my very soon to-do list. And I'm also going to be looking at Christmas this year and reshelving all that. Because some of it I think is time for me to get rid of it, because some of it is not. My mom has me going through her collection of Christmas items, and yeah, it's just the way it is.